I'm Jay Jackson. Happy New Year and welcome to WineNewsNoir.com. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing on YouTube. We begin in Rancho Cucamonga, where one business owner is celebrating a critical milestone. WineNewsNoir.com covered the opening of the Wine Now Lounge, and it's proving they're here to stay. This joy is a year in the making. Guests of the Wine Now Lounge in Rancho Cucamonga celebrating its 1-year anniversary, and owner Desiree Henderson wondering where the time went.
What has the first year been like?
It has been a wild ride, Jay. It's been ups, it's been downs.
I talked with the entrepreneur who says year one has been a year of learning.
What has been the greatest business lesson?
Oh, let's see, so many. I think one of the greatest business, I've learned several this year, but and I think it's a lesson we all could use, right? Do not be afraid to ask for help. For me as a business owner, cash flows in and out, right? Sometimes more out than in is a lot of times the first year. And I found that, there were a couple of times that invoices would come and I didn't have it, quite honestly, right? I mean, it's the first year. Sometimes it happened. I had to replace one of my air conditioners this year. That was over $10,000 that I had not planned on spending. And so when I was just honest with some of my vendors, they were understanding. They said, "Do you want to make payments? And you could do this, and we can do that, and and things." So where I hadn't thought to ask for that because I figured, well, I got the invoice, I'm gonna have to pay. And I found out that companies and people will be a lot more understanding than sometimes what we expect. So just not being afraid to let people know sometimes what's going on, and just to ask for help, ask for those flexibilities and things like that, and communicate. And that was really an important lesson, because then you feel like you're not so isolated, you're not in it alone, and that people really do care and want to support you and see you be successful.
WineNewsNoir.com covered the ribbon cutting earlier last year, where community and city leaders promised their support. Henderson says that support has come in ways she didn't expect.
Some of the things that I thought I'd be doing when I started and what my kind of initial vision for the lounge was adjusted in a good way, though, based off of feedback and really what my guests wanted to see and have. And so, but in doing that, it's added to the experience. So I appreciated, the feedback. For example, I figured my lounge would be a place where people would be able to come and enjoy wine and sit and chat. But I've turned into an event venue, having to plan, karaoke nights and, specialty tastings and game nights and wine bingo and all the things, trying to be creative to get people to come out. It was like wine and then something else. But that's been a blessing in disguise because it's added to the experience.
What has been your greatest joy?
Oh my gosh, so many. I think my greatest joy are having like my regular customers, right? When they come in, they're always coming in. I'm catching up with them. They're becoming friends. They're wanting to see a customer said the other day, and I really don't always use the word customer. I like to say guest. I had a guest come in the other day, and they said, "Well, what wines do you have in now?" And they're like, "We never know what to expect and what wines you're going to have. You're always adding stuff and giving us something new to try." And that was just like, yes, people get it and they like that. And I think that's been, that's what I have the greatest joy. People are just enjoying my space.
I don't care where we go. I don't care what we do.
Well, low-key, the 1-year celebration was a major milestone, and by all indications, the future is bright.
What can we expect for 2025?
Oh my goodness, what to expect? I have a few things up my sleeve, some things I could say now. Merchandise, I have some merchandise coming out. It'll be on Printify. Last night at the anniversary party, I gave away a couple goodies last night, some shirts and things. So that's something to expect. I'm working with a new comedy promoter, so it'll be a combination of comedy nights, also with open mic component. So keep the eyes open for that. So that's exciting. I'm out and about. I've been invited to do some farmers markets, so that's fun. I love being out in the community, so that's exciting.
All right, great time. New heart and wine news, new laws in Delaware, and Champagne celebrates a birthday. Here are the top stories for this month's Wine in a Minute. A new study out of Spain ties light to moderate wine drinking to lower cardiovascular disease risks. The study was conducted at the University of Barcelona. Drinkers who consumed 3 to 12 glasses of wine per month had a significantly lower number of cardiovascular issues than those who drank 12 to 35 glasses or more. The study was published in the European Heart Journal. Delaware could be the newest state to pass direct-to-consumer wine and spirits laws. Later this year, state lawmakers will reintroduce legislation that could end a 15-year fight to allow DTC sales. Retailers have been fighting the laws, saying it will hurt their business. Under the law, consumers could buy directly from wineries, but wine sales would still be banned online. It's 2025, and that means 150 years of Brut champagne. It was invented by the Pommery Champagne House after the widowed owner, Louise Pommery, grew tired of the sweeter, more popular champagnes of the time. Pommery is releasing a new level of bubbles to celebrate called Empennage Brut, which will sell for around $300. And finally, we go to Texas, where a historic groundbreaking took place last month. Shankleville is a small community in the eastern part of the state, but could soon put the town on the international world map of wine.
Why do you want to build a vineyard here?
I decided on Shankleville because of the history.
It was on ABC's Good Morning America where Stephanie Franklin proclaimed her vision to football great Michael Strahan and all of America. A vision to build a world-class winery and vineyard on part of the East Texas land first purchased by the family patriarch, Jim Shankle, in 1867, shortly after being freed from enslavement.
We decided to maybe utilize this area, but we're only going to plant on 1 acre.
Now, nearly 160 years after the purchase, the vision is becoming clear. Franklin broke ground on what will become the Franklin Vines Winery and Vineyard in a ceremony held December 7, 2024. Family, friends, business partners, and the community witnessed history as the first Black female-owned wine estate in Shankleville began to take shape.
I'm honored. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. It was a beautiful occasion.
I talked with the veteran restaurant professional about the groundbreaking and the journey.
Walk us through the beginning until that day and how we got to this point of the groundbreaking.
Wow. When I decided I wanted to plant a vineyard on my grandfather's land in the historical town of Shankleville, that was in 2019. And from that point on, when I said I wanted to plant on the land, I literally was going down that journey. I was making plans, talking to the right people, being in rooms where I wasn't accustomed to be, and just learning everything that I could to prepare me for December 7th. Everything kind of happened really fast for me, but I have a great team, family, friends that rallied around me, getting me ready, making sure I had what I need, industry folks that lend a hand to help me get to where I am today. And I'm going to try not to cry because there's been a lot of great things that have happened to me along the way. And for me to break ground on my ancestors' land, I can't even tell you how I feel. It's an emotional feeling. I don't take it lightly. I have work to do. The community is very excited, and they're all willing to help. And I'm blessed, just extremely blessed.
Blessed and busy, Franklin got the idea shortly after earning a Level 3 credential in the grueling Wine and Spirits Education Trust exam. That idea turned into a life-changing journey of personal growth and focus.
What has been the greatest joy in this?
Gosh, the greatest joy to plant on my grandfather's land, family land that my ancestors started so long ago. being able to inspire other women, being able to have the potential to boost Shankleville's economy, and meeting family. I'm meeting so many Shankleville descendants. I recently met one from Australia. And so just bringing in the family and us learning about, well, where we come from, learning about our ancestors has been amazing.
Texas is the third largest grape growing state by acreage.
For Franklin, the vineyard will be more than a business. It will be a town square of sorts, a place to gather, learn, work, and earn.
When I decided to plant a vineyard, a winery in Shankleville, to me, it was no longer about my wine and me wanting a beautiful vineyard to run through, right, and make my own wine with the grapes. It became about boosting the economy, creating more jobs, inspiring more women of color to dream big, dream outside of the box. And it's okay to start over, and it's okay to do the unthinkable. And if you're not scared, you're not dreaming. You know, I realized I wasn't living until I started to dream big. And so I'm excited about the jobs. I'm excited about what type of economy it could be. I'm excited about people learning more about the history of Shankleville, Texas, and also potentially putting Shankleville on the map as maybe another growing wine region where grapes can really grow and thrive.
Where do you see the vineyard in 10 years?
In 10 years, I see us having just a full production, full-blown winery, tasting room, 20 plus acres of different varietals that we're planting, just inspiring other women to join that with that force and get more involved in owning land and even starting their own winery.
What advice would you give somebody who might be interested in starting their own vineyard like this?
Absolutely. I would, I get a lot of questions. Oh, I want to do what you're doing. And the best advice that I can offer is to get started. Do your research. Go and shadow someone in the industry. Ask as many questions as you can. Do your research. Don't listen to me solely, because my journey is my journey, and your journey is going to be completely different. But get started. Don't wait.
Of course, there is the issue of costs, and it is expensive. In Texas, planting just 1 acre of vines can cost anywhere from $18,000 to $25,000. To help offset those numbers, Franklin launched a unique crowdsourcing program called Adopt a Vine. Donors can make a tax-deductible contribution ranging from $150 to $5,000 and be a part of Shankleville forever.
Adopt a Vine is like you are potentially helping create this vineyard. You are you're contributing to the build out of the vineyard. So in return, you'll get social media recognition. You'll get your name on a plaque in the vineyard. You'll be recognized online, and just being a part of history.
For more information on the winery and vineyard, just go to their website at www.franklinvineshtx.com. And that's going to do it for this episode of WineNewsNoir.com. Please remember to support our sponsors on our website. Thank you again for watching, liking, and subscribing on YouTube. I'm Jay Jackson. Cheers.